Hey Star Trek fans, Dan Gunther here. Well, Star Trek Discovery Season 1 is over. New episodes will not be airing until 2019, but that doesn't mean we have to stop talking about Star Trek Discovery. I've recently been doing a rewatch of the first season, which has led me to create this video listing my top 5 moments from Season 1 of Star Trek Discovery. Those of you who are longtime watchers of this channel will know that one of my favorite things about Star Trek is the hope for the future and the carrying forward of Roddenberry's ideals of treating people and aliens fairly. It should therefore come as no surprise that one of my favorite moments in the show came from fairly early on in the season. There is a creature used in a few of the early episodes of Discovery to power the ship's spore drive. It's much like an Earth tardigrade, but much larger. It soon becomes apparent that being used in the spore drive is taking its toll on the creature. Therefore, one of my favorite moments is when the tardigrade, named Ripper, is set free by the crew of Discovery, and specifically Michael Burnham, at the end of the episode Choose Your Pain. It's a beautiful image as the tardigrade reforms itself after having been seriously injured using the spore drive, and departs for places unknown, never to be seen, at least yet in the series, again. Number 4. Another favorite aspect of Star Trek Discovery to me is the interpersonal relationships between people aboard the ship, specifically one romantic relationship that's fairly groundbreaking in Star Trek, the relationship between Lieutenant Stamets and Dr. Culber. Unfortunately, at one point, Dr. Culber is tragically murdered by Voq/Tyler, and it seems that all is lost. However, Stamets encounters a sort of echo of Culber while trapped in the mycelial network, and the final goodbye between the two of them is incredibly touching and very moving.
I don't want to say goodbye.
It's never goodbye. Isn't that what you've been trying to teach all of us? Nothing in here is ever truly gone. I believe in you, Paul. I love you.
This wonderful scene between two terrific characters earns my number 4 spot in Best Moments in Season 1 of Star Trek Discovery. Number 3. When it becomes apparent that the USS Discovery is in fact in the Mirror universe, seen in episodes such as Mirror Mirror and a number of episodes in Deep Space Nine, the crew must masquerade as their alternate selves. In a particularly hilarious character moment, Cadet Tilly must pretend to be her alternate self, who is the captain of Discovery. Her awkwardness makes for a very hilarious scene.
Hello, this is Captain Tilly. What the hell? What the hell? Hold your horses!
The hilarious moment and the perfect delivery by actor Mary Wiseman earns this the number 3 spot from the episode Despite Yourself. Number 2. While Michael Burnham is the main character of Star Trek Discovery, a number of other characters get some interesting arcs over the course of the first season, most notably one of my favorite characters, Commander Saru. We're introduced to him early in the series, and we find he is a very overly cautious, nervous person, and not someone that I would expect would make a good starship commander. However, all of that has changed by the end of the season, and Saru really steps up into his own to become a great commander of Discovery. In particular, this scene in which he rallies the troops in engineering and declares that Discovery is no longer Lorca's, not saying that it is his, but instead saying that it is ours, referring to the entire crew. I really love this moment as it is the first time that this crew really comes together, having gotten rid of the influence of the Mirror Lorca, who had been commanding them up to this point.
Lorca abused our idealism. And make no mistake, Discovery is no longer Lorca's. She is ours. And today will be her maiden voyage.
A terrific speech and a wonderful delivery by actor Doug Jones make this moment from the episode What's Past is Prologue my number 2 moment from Season 1 of Star Trek Discovery. And finally, number one, you know I had to pick this moment. It comes right at the end of the first season. It's a little bit of a fan service type moment, but it is one that I still really enjoyed. The arrival of the USS Enterprise under the command of Captain Pike, having sent a Priority 1 distress call, which Discovery responds to. It's great to see the old girl on screen. Even though she doesn't look exactly like she did in the original series, it's still a very faithful representation, and ask anyone who's even partially familiar with Star Trek, they will recognize this as the USS Enterprise. And this moment is my number one moment from Season 1 of Discovery in the final episode, Will You Take My Hand? And now for some honorable mentions. I think any list would be remiss if it didn't at least mention Burnham's speech in the season finale at the ceremony in Paris at the end of the episode. It's a great speech, and it really reaffirms those values of Star Trek and Starfleet that I was talking about earlier. Wonderfully delivered and very moving given the events of the season. I also have to give special mention to this moment from the episode Lethe from earlier in this season, and it's the moment where Michael Burnham and we, the audience, make the connection between why Sarek and Spock didn't speak for 18 years, and it turns out that Sarek's choice between Burnham and Spock for a position with the Vulcan Expeditionary Group, and then Spock's later refusal to enter the Vulcan Science Academy, contributed to the rift between those two characters. I love this as a moment because it really complements the continuity of Star Trek that's come before without fundamentally altering or wiping anything out. It merely adds some more explanation and another layer to a really interesting family dynamic that we knew from earlier in the original series, and it fits so very well into established continuity. This was really the first time that I was really impressed with how Discovery was treating canon and making things fit. So how about you guys? Were there any that you really disagree with that you thought did not deserve to be on this list? And were there any moments that I missed that you feel should have been on this list? Let me know in the comments below. I will of course read all of your comments. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you especially to the supporters on Patreon. We have a new Ensign level supporter this month, and that's Daniel Munasar. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, along with boldlygo.ca. I really do appreciate it. If you'd like to help out the channel, you can pledge any amount on Patreon. Even $1 a month is really helpful. However, even if you choose not to do that, thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Either way, thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next video, and until then, as always, live long and prosper.